man, this floor's had my life. I must deserve a beer now, honestly. What up? I've just went and hired the big one.
I'm used to handling big things.
Ah, you think? Well, that escalated quickly, didn't it? Needing a tiny little bit off the floor. A teeny tiny little bit. And we ended up taking half the floor around the ramp. Mental. But the problem is with concrete is that you need to take 5-10 mil. Well, then you need to take it all really, because you know there'll be no way of getting that out. So we ended up obviously struggling with the little
Playmobil tool.
Little Playmobil tool that I've got over there, and I just went and hired one, and now we obviously took that whole section of floor, but it means that we can now do it in concrete, you know, not just screed, full on concrete, and then that'll be mint that. It'll be
you didn't stop there though. There's more. There's more.
There's more. Seeing as we had the tool, we're about to go home, and then we're just looking at the cracks in the floor and just thought, you know what it is, I might as well just hack them out. More. And like fully concrete them as well.
More teeny tiny holes.
More teeny tiny holes. What does it say in it? For the teeny tiny nature of it.
Should put a D there then.
But again, you know, you can't do things half-assed. We're not going to try and get this floor to be absolutely immaculate, but really big, deep cracks, might as well just hack them out. So that's what we're going to do, and that's what we've done. And I think it's worth it. We'll come in here, we'll concrete that, and be mint, man. Be absolutely mint. So that's the next step, isn't it?
Yeah, again,
concrete.
More.
There is just a feeling that every time we come down here, we'll destroy it just a little bit more.
Definitely. Just seems to be holes.
Yeah.
Holes upon holes.
Got to crack a few eggs though, haven't you? Right, it's the next day now. Got the mixer going, we're going to hand bash these, because they're not actually that big to be fair, so we'll be able to do that no problem just with the mixer. Plus we'll get all these little bits as well. And that should be the floor completely done then, and I'll be ready to take the grinder over it, give it a final little sort of level, smooth cut, however you want to call it. And that's coming tomorrow, so tomorrow we're going to be grinding the floor. But today got some more Bob the Builder shit to get on with, so let's get on with it. Nearly there now, it's only taken a little bit, but we've got the front part in, still got the rear part to completely do, but it means that this floor is going to be absolutely mint when we're done, so I'm really glad we actually did this in the end. And we'll let this go off a little bit and Keith will feather the edges in. So that's the floor done over next to the ramp. So we're really happy with that. It's completely set. It's actually the next day now, and I've got all the PPE on because I've actually lent a floor grinder off one of my pals, Stuart. If you know, you know. Thanks very much. It's this little diamond twin disc rotary system here. And the mad thing is that the floor is not even that bad, to be honest. But if you're going to do it, you might as well do it properly, innit? We're going to epoxy this floor. It's going to look absolutely class. So I think it's worth just going over and taking any little high spots. Plus, there's a little bit of meat I need to take off the back edge there slightly. And if you remember where we had that asphalt covering on the unit, that's all like really bumpy over there. So it'll be nice to just like slice the grinder over that, get the floor immaculate. And that'll be good. And the only bad thing about this is obviously it'll be pretty dusty. I should have really got an extractor, but I didn't. So I've got the mask, we've got the air defenders because it's going to be really, really noisy. So let's see how we go. Let's get this floor looking absolutely mint. He should be wearing a mask really, shouldn't he? Oh man, what a day, what a day. Freaking hell. It's now 9 o'clock on a Monday night and I've been here all day doing this floor. Obviously we did the grinder. I didn't think grinding the floor would be too interesting, to be honest, so I just turned the camera off and we just bashed on, but wow, I'm absolutely knackered. Spencer's went home and I've just been brushing up. I wish I got a hoover now. We've got like Chris's little Henry hoover over there, but it's just not man enough, so I've just been smashing it with a brush and it looks mint now. So there's loads of parts of the floor that were like really cracked and horrible and minging, and that's obviously we're concreted all them in, and then once they've been ground out they look absolutely mint. So as soon as that's painted you're not even be able to tell, to be honest. Whew. I'm absolutely goosed, absolutely goosed. I must deserve a beer now, honestly. I think that'll do for now. On to the next bit. Wow, check that out, man. Looks like moon dust, doesn't it? Where no idiot has ever gone before. honestly, if I'd have known that half of the work was needed for this floor, oh, I don't know what I would have done. There's been a lot of work went into this floor. I'm actually really threadbare with this floor. I've been sick of my life. We've done so much work. I mean, there's parts of this floor that we didn't even know had paint on because it just looked, you know, sort of dark, black. And in some parts, the floor was actually like big trenches, like actually like really deep trenches. And that's where you can see where we've actually had to screed it over there. You can see there, that bit there. So the floor is, oh God, it's hard with life, it really has, but it's now, right, it's now at the point where we've prepped it, we've concreted, we've screed it, we've got it, you know, level to a degree in most places. We've then absolutely scrubbed the life out of it, steam cleaned, TFR'd, you name it. And then today we'll give it a final brush out, sweep, mop, hoover, and then we etched it. So part of the process of putting the epoxy floor resin down was that any concrete you have to put this etch down, and when you put it down it just bubbles up. You see us do it on the footage before, and it just takes out all the shit. We thought we had this floor clean, and then when we put the etch down, my good God, it brought up like loads of stuff, loads of muck, and then we had to go through the process again. It was getting it out of the unit, and I fucking hate it. But it is done, and the floor looks absolutely immaculate now. So the next step is paint. We're finally there. Epoxy paint. Epoxy resin paint is going down on this floor right now. Well, when it dries, you know, tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Now I think I'm gonna go and have a beer. I think I need it. Only a few beers last night. I didn't go too wild because I know I had to do this today, so I'm nice and fresh in the unit, and I've got the epoxy mixed up, so it's time to get it on the floor. There's no time like the present. There's me and Collins showed up to do it, so let's get on with it. I'm wearing this just in case the paint's got coronavirus. It's day 2 of cleaning the floor now. Spencer's got the hoover out because he's just cleaning up this little area. We didn't get to this part, but we did the whole of the rest of the unit. It's looking absolutely mint, but it's went like a really dull sort of grey, and that's what happens on the first coat. So first coat really sort of sinks in and all the rest of it. On the second coat, that's when we should get the nice shiny gloss thing. And I've got my Jesus killer sandals on. Check them bad boys out. Woo! If Jesus wasn't an assassin, he'd be wearing these bad boys, I'm telling you. Spence says he's going to take them home and give his lass a massage with them. Oh man, this floor's had my life. No, really, it has. I'm so glad it's done. It's went from like absolutely bogging, stinking, toss all over the place, and just all the work that's went into it, like the reinforced boxes for the ramps, all of the patches, the screeds, the adjustment for the floor heights, the floor grinding, the cleaning. Oh, the cleaning. It's been an absolute nightmare, this floor. It really has. The work, time, effort, everything I've done into this floor is just, it's just balmy. It was just absolutely minging. There was like troughs full of just rubbish and crap, and I mean there's parts of the floor that we didn't even realise were painted. They were that minging, and we just thought it was like, you know, dirty or dark concrete, and it wasn't until we then sort of TFR'd the absolute hell of it. Then we realised that, oh my good God, it's a painted floor underneath. There's still more to get up. It's crazy, absolute crazy. And there was steel everywhere, like everywhere. If it wasn't big plates like that, there was big studs that we had to cut and grind and take it below the floor level just so we could grind the floor with a concrete grinder, otherwise it would have damaged it. But oh my good God, this used to be an old machine shop. I think it used to press spades or something like that, shovels. So there was like big pressing machinery here. So there's big steel columns and reinforced bits in the floor to have all the machinery. So we've had to work around all that as well. It's just been like mental. And then on top of that, there's the actual prep, the etch, and then all of the washing out of the etch and the painting. It's days and days of painting this floor. It's balmy. And the really, really cool thing about it is that this is a solid epoxy floor. So it's just paint, but it has an epoxy resin that you mix in with the paint, and then you then apply to the floor. The first coat looks terrible. I mean, my heart sank, to be fair, because I thought, God, is that it? I thought it would be better than that. But, you know, another coat went down and it started looking good. And I actually bought enough to do 2 layers for this whole area, which is 210 square meters. But the paint actually went down a lot better on the second coat, so much so that we had enough to just do 3 layers. So this has actually got 3 layers of epoxy resin, like industrial grade floor paint, and it just got better and better and better with the coats, and oh, it was worth it. It was so worth it. I mean, look at it. It is just phenomenal. And the really mint thing about it is that we've dropped stuff on this floor. We've already dragged engine, you know, hoists and cranes and all sorts all over this floor, and it's absolutely solid. There's not a single chip, scratch, nothing. So this is really, really hard wearing. I'm just so happy with it. It was worth every single bit of headache and expense that it cost, and it was expensive, there's no doubt about it. As you can see in the background, we're already collecting broken 18T cars. Do you have a broken 18T? Maybe we can help you out in the future, who knows. Maybe this is the place to be. But yeah, that's the floor done. Oh, I'm really happy it's done. We can stop the sort of construction stuff, the, you know, the painting, the prep stuff. Now we can actually try and move in, bring my stuff down here, bring my tools down here, bring all of the kit, and really get comfortable, get set up. And imagine, I mean, I haven't even got the lights on now. Shall I turn the lights on? Just adjusting the camera again, it's far too bright in here. But look at it with the lights on. Oh, it's like dream workshop type stuff for me, really is. Imagine the car content we'll be able to create here. Mental. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this floor video. It's obviously took, you know, like probably a month to sort of put together all the work that we've done. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Hope you enjoyed watching how the workshop's coming along. Let us know what you think in the comments. I really would appreciate it, because, you know, this type of stuff interests people. And, you know, if you have a different take on it, let us know. I'd love to hear from you. I think it's time to really step it up, though. I do know what you're thinking. Well, now's the challenge to keep it this cleaner. I've got plenty of brushes and mops and all the rest of it. We'll be cleaning it constantly, I can guarantee it. But anyway, thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Really would like to hear from you. See you on the next one.